What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and we have our glyphs in the game. So it's time to start talking about what glyphs work best with which team. So today, let's review the Rivendale team plus Naramiri and see exactly which glyph sets work best with them moving forward. Let's talk about it. All right, the first thing I want to correct was in the last video I made, I talked about that 600 gem chest to get the runes. I said you get 15 runes. I was mistaken. You actually get 45 runes for 600 gems. So yes, it is a huge value for that. But let's move right into this team. Let's start off with the leader himself, the legendary Lord Elron. Now with Lord Elron, he is our healer. He is our our reviver. Damage. So we chose a Limbus set and a Bloodlust set. We want the Limbus set so that we'll get stamina whenever we start the wave. Whenever we start the battle, we'll get 1 stamina. Whenever we use an ability, we'll get 1 stamina, which means we can use our tidal wave first thing right off the bat. And we want the Bloodlust because later on, when we're using that move, we could be able to kill somebody. So we'll get 30% turn meter when that happens. Now, since he is a healer, we want as our primaries. Now remember, these ones are set in stone, right? You're going to get health, you're going to get damage, you're going to get armor. So in the bottom, you get choices of what you want to do. With him, we are going health across the board. Reason being, he is a healer, which means he heals off his max health pool. So the higher we can pump that health number, the bigger his heals are going to be. So health, health, and health. And what we want as our secondary stats for Elron is health again, speed, focus, and block chance. We want that focus so we can land that slow off that tidal wave. We want the block chance so we'll be able to, block some of the incoming damage that's coming in. We want to be able to go faster, speed, but again, overall, the main thing we're looking for is health. So let's talk about our tank of the group. Let's talk about Elodin. Now with Elodin, you could go 2 ways. I went full shield wall on him. Now you could do 2 shield wall and a bloodlust because again, when he uses that AoE, he might be able to take some people out, giving him additional turn meter to go faster. And obviously, the more rounds he takes, the more stamina he builds, which means we can keep that provoke up even longer, which allows Elro here to retaliate even more. So I chose to go with 3 shield wall because I want to try that higher difficulty. I'm going to be putting them in a difficulty 4 and see exactly how they will prevail in that. See if I can break that 900 score that I've been scoring over the last several weeks. So as our primaries down here, we're looking for 2 healths and a resist. Now again, it doesn't have to be a specific one for the slot. If you don't have, say, if you don't have a slot for resist, then put the health one in there. And just throw the resist somewhere else. Throw the resist in slot 5, which is what I did. So, any combination here, we want 2 healths, and we want to resist. Now, as our secondary stats, and again, don't kill your gun. Guys, don't beat yourself up if you can't get the perfect roll on the glyph. It's going to take a while, and the odds of you getting all 4 secondaries on the same glyph and just to roll high is astronomical. So what I recommend is go for the secondaries, right? But as long as you have at least 2 of the secondaries you're looking for, in a perfect world 3, obviously if you have all 4, you hit the lottery, but as long as you have 2 or 3 of the secondaries, you are fine. The main thing is that we have the primaries that we're looking for, because those are the big numbers. Those are what's going to really pump our numbers up. The secondaries are more like the icing on the cake. But for secondaries, again, we want speed, we want health, we want resist, and we want damage. Speed overall being the main thing we're looking for. Because, again, the faster he goes, the more stamina he's going to build, the more provokes he's going to be able to throw out there, which is going to allow Elro here to retaliate even more. So, moving forward, again, 3 shield wall or 2 shield wall and a bloodlust, and we're looking for speed, health, resist, and damage. So let's move on to our glass cannon Elro here, because we were just talking them because they do work as a duo together. Now with Elro here, I put straight up armor piercer across the board, giving him 6% overall armor piercing. I think that's really the best for your main damage dealers, depending on their kits. Now, because he is such a huge damage dealer, he is such a glass cannon, we put damage across the board on the bottom. So full damage on all 3 slots down here. And our secondaries, we are looking for crit chance, for damage, crit damage, and focus. We want the focus so we can land that 2-turn expose off of his special 1. But again, overall, we want crit chance, we want damage, crit damage also on there as well. So moving to our next member, which would be Arwin, which is our group utility, our cleanser. We went with Last Stand and we went with Bloodlust. Last Stand is great because it's going to allow us in longer drawn out fights. When we get knocked down under 25%, we can dispel any banes that are on us, so up to 3. We're going to regain a stamina, which may be able to let us get off a cleanse even faster, or use our special 1 to even accelerate our turn meter again. But again, this is going to give us 100% turn meter. So if you do get, say, like a fatal flaw, a fatal hit in Chapter 2, right? Say there's a cave-in, right? He does a cave-in move, and the rocks come down and knocks you basically almost to the brink of death, and you get the dazed on you. At least with this, you'll be able to pop right up at 100% turn meter, cleanse that off you, and be able to do an action before he hits you again and kills you. As our primary stats in slots 4, 5, and 6 for Arwin, we are looking for 2 healths and a damage. As our secondary stats, we are looking for speed, we're looking for health, we're looking for damage, and block chance. Block chance too, so we can kind of avoid some of that incoming damage. We want a bigger health pool so we can take a few more hits, and we want to go fast because, again, she's going to be manipulating some turn meter on herself. So our last person of the official Rivendale team is our second glass cannon. That would be Loomian. And he's going to be set up basically the same exact way as Elro here. We're going to go armor piercer across the board, giving him 6% overall armor piercing. We want damage in all 3 spots in the bottom. And our secondaries, we're looking for crit damage, looking for damage, crit chance, and speed. Speed is going to allow us to go a little bit faster, moving ahead of some other people. So that, say, if you're in an arena and you're doing a mirror match against another Rivendale team, you'll be able to maybe pull away some of those provokes off of Elodin, so that Elro here will be freed up to go ahead and nuke your target that you're really focusing on and not waste it on Elodin. So again, with Loomian, damage across the board, crit damage, crit chance, and speed. Now, since we are talking about this group here, we are forgetting one other person who we want to throw in there, and that's Naramiri, because again, we do plug and play her with certain chapters of the raid. And because she is a main healer as well, we are going Last Stand. We're going Last Stand because, again, she has the cleanse. And this is going to allow her to maybe, take a hit, pop up, and put out an emergency heal, because we're going to get that additional stamina. So hopefully this will pop us up, so we'll be able to go ahead and throw that heal out there. And we want lifesteal on this, just kind of keep her topped up, right? So she doesn't die off right away. Yes, it's only 2%, but every little bit helps. Now, because she is a main healer, and she heals off her health pool, you guessed it, we're going health across the board in slots 4, 5, and 6. Our secondaries, our primary secondary we're looking for is health. Then we want speed, and block chance, and or resistance. Those are our secondaries we're looking for. Again, you want to pump her health pool as high as it can possibly go. This way she can get out some monster heals as you're moving forward. So those are my picks right there for the Rivendale team plus Naramiri. If you guys have any additional ideas on them, if you have If you think that maybe, hey, maybe last stand on everyone and bloodlust, that's the way to really go. I don't think so. But talk to me down in the comments below. Also, if there's other teams or individual characters you want to see Glyph guide on, go ahead and put that in the comments below as well. Again, this is what I'm using for this team. We're going to test it out on the new raid coming up. I believe it's on Sunday for my guild, and I'm excited to see exactly how far I can push them. So until I talk to you guys again, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Adventure safe, and good luck to you and your fellowship.